Sikh way of life, which I am forced to call it religion, because it gives you a saving grace, which we never needed, but when weaknesses comes, then naturally you have to fall in a category. The science of happy living, the science of vitality living, the science of ensuring fearlessness and vengeance, no vengeance, these are the few faculties which were required at the time of Nanak. I'm not saying that there was no religion. At the moment there are 8 major religions. Religion to me and in reality is a science of reality. It's an authentic way of life in which a person can live happily. A person is not happy, he is not fulfilled, his face is not bright and shining. I don't know why he wears clothes even. I wonder, who's cheating who? And sometimes I wonder when a 68-year-old or 70-year-old person blackens his beard, and when he gets up, he has to put his both hands on his knees and gets up. Why is he looking young? Who is lying? Who's cheating who? Guru Nanak saw this. Guru Nanak saw it very clearly that in spite of all the religion, all the philosophy, there are 987 religious philosophies in the world. There are 8 religions in the world. There are 20,000 processes of man's being happy. There is 7 million processes, what you call it's a little section. We call it one-man unit group. That's also religion. Very important. Because in one-man unit you go, you get catered to so much. And the tragedy is that householder who has children to raise, who has to give future to the earth, who has to give future the word itself, the householder, the hustler, the man under the Brahma press, the man who is being squeezed to death. These religion people live off him. Oh, I can understand thief living off a householder, I can understand the have-not living out of householder, but this religious man is so corrupt and gone so blind and has no shame at all, that he who calls himself a man of God, he wants the money out of the one who's hustling in his life. That's why this corruption and steadfast open corruption by religious people. I'm not denying that Hindu Dharam is not a great Dharam. Hindu means a thief, so it's a religion of thieves. That's what Muslim calls it. And actually it was Sindhus. Sindhu means people who have a recognition that they are real. They were called Sindhus. They were acknowledged, knowledgeable, great people. And when the Muslim conquered India, they started calling them Sindhus to Hindus. And then they started calling everybody Lalla and Gola. And Gola is the one who is bought, Lalla is who's born of a slave, and he is. And that became the title. India went very weird. When India was so weird, that pain was so great, there was born a man, Nanak, an ordinary man of a revenue officer's home, and who led us not that he has descended from heaven with all the powers, but he built his power, he built himself, and he walked with us hand in hand, talked to us hand in hand, lived with us hand in hand, and he challenged the Brahman, the wisest of all. The man who knew that God is the palm of my hand, he told him, what do you mean? He says, if God is the palm of your hand, why word is suffering? And he challenged God too. Eti maar pai kurlani tenki dard naya. There's so much tragedy happened to the humanity. What happened to Lord God's mercy? Guru Nanak has not been understood, will not be understood. Not by Indians. I don't think so. They take it granted what he said. Guru Nanak is another Brahman who gave something much wiser. He gave them practically. Look at the Mool Mantra, the root on which we stand, Ek Onkar. There's one man who gave Naam to the whole world. Everything else is a mantra. Naam is only one. Naam has three conditions. Purkha, Prakriti, Prakash. The being, the ultimate being, the creative being, and the light of the being. If that mixed together in three words, it's called Naam. And Naam is Ek Onkar.